God bless the great state of Indiana. Commissioner, Mr. Mayor, Pastor Rutherford, Beth, thank you for your tremendous leadership. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for standing for principle. And I want to thank all the tremendous patriots, the freedom fighters who are gathered here fighting for our country. You know, you can tell a lot about a word by looking at its history. If you look at the roots of the word politics, there are two parts. Poly, meaning many, and ticks, meaning blood-sucking parasites. And that is a fairly accurate description of Washington, D.C. But you know, we're here for something a lot more important than politics. We're here because our country's in crisis. Because we're bankrupting our kids and grandkids. Because our constitutional rights are under assault. And because America has receded from leadership in the world. And I am here today with a word of hope and encouragement. All across Indiana and all across this country, people are waking up, and help is on the way. This next election is going to focus on three critical issues: jobs, freedom, and security. Let's start with jobs. I want to take a minute and talk to all the single moms who are here, who are working 2 and 3 part-time jobs, whose senior hours forcibly reduced to 28, 29 hours a week because Obamacare kicks in at 30 hours a week. I want to talk to all the truck drivers, all the plumbers and mechanics, all the coal miners and union members, all the working men and women with calluses on your hands, who've seen wages stagnate year after year. Cost of living keeps going up, and yet somehow your paycheck doesn't seem to keep pace. I want to talk to all the young people. And Hillary, Bernie, take a look at all the young people. This is not your father's GOP. I want to talk to all the young people coming out of school, buried in student loans. Scared. Can I find a job? What does the future hold for me? And you know, the media, they try to tell us this is the new normal. This is as good as it gets. Well, let me tell you, that is a complete and utter lie. You know, it's easy to talk about making America great again. You could even print that on a baseball cap. But the real question is, do you understand the principles and values that made America great in the first place? The heart of our economy is not Washington, D.C. The heart of our economy is small businesses all across the United States of America. And if you want to see the economy take off, you take the boot of the federal government off the back of the necks of small businesses. Ronald Reagan, and before him, JFK, both understood that when you cut taxes and lift regulations on small businesses, you get millions and millions of new jobs. I intend to follow the path blazed by Ronald Reagan and JFK. We're going to reduce Washington and grow jobs all across this country. If I'm elected president, we will repeal every word of Obamacare. Obamacare is the biggest job killer in America, and in its place, we're going to pass common sense health care reform that makes health insurance personal and portable and affordable and keeps government from getting in between you and your doctor. And we're going to pass a simple flat tax. Where every one of us can fill out our taxes on a postcard. And when we do that, we should abolish the IRS. We're going to rein in the EPA. And the federal regulators who have descended like locusts on farmers and ranchers and small businesses, killing jobs all across this country. We are going to end the Obama administration's war on coal. And we are going to develop our energy and be energy independent so we don't send billions to nations that hate us. And we're going to stop amnesty and secure the borders and end sanctuary cities and end welfare benefits for those here illegally. And let me tell you what's going to happen when we do all of that. We're going to see millions and millions of new high-paying jobs. We're going to see jobs coming back from China, coming back from Mexico. We're going to see wages rising again. We're going to see manufacturing jobs coming back to the state of Indiana. We're going to see young people coming out of school with 2, 3, 4, 5 job offers. You know, one of my favorite movies of all time is Hoosiers. And before I got here, I went online and did a little bit of Googling, looking at lines from that movie. One of the better lines, "Look, mister, there's two kinds of dumb. Guy that gets naked and runs out in the snow and barks at the moon, and the guy who does the same thing in my living room. First one don't matter. The second one, you're kind of forced to deal with." Let me tell you, the federal government, the regulators have become the man buck naked barking at the moon in your living room, and we're going to deal with it by reducing Washington and unleashing the Hoosier state. The second critical issue in this election is freedom. In the past several weeks, the passing of Justice Scalia underscored for all of us the stakes of this election. It's not just one, but two branches of the federal government that hang in the balance. If you value religious liberty, the right to live according to your faith and your conscience, the right of every one of us to seek out and worship God Almighty without government getting in the way,